Okay. Second video that I am doing, and I'm still nervous. Just throwing it out there, so you guys can give me some time to adjust. Anyway, so I know in my last video I spoke about a little intro, what you guys are gonna be expecting, and I love so far everyone's feedback. I've been getting a lot of feedback, and you guys are excited just as much as I am. And yeah, so I know Poshmark, the app that you use to sell stuff and clothes or whatever, I put up a few things. Those few things are some clothes that I've never worn, even stuff that I ordered that I even brought the wrong size that doesn't even fit me. So I'm selling those. I'm giving those away, and products that I don't even use that I've had from like previous jobs that are just extras that I have. So just make sure you guys go down the bottom of my video and click on the link and check them out. There's a couple of things that I posted up a few nights ago. I updated everything, so it should be fine. Yeah, so now in this episode, I want to talk about the most worst experience that I've ever had, because that was one thing. Well, that was one of the questions that I was asked to answer on my next YouTube video. It was one of the worst things I've ever experienced. And surgery is definitely one of them. If you ever had surgery in any part of your body, I just feel like it's probably going to be like the worst experience you ever have to go through. Because that shit is no joke. And I had back surgery. I had this thing called scoliosis. So with that being said, it's either your spine is just curving from the left or the right, and I was one of those that was curving from the right. It was really, really bad. It was like on a 30-degree angle, and I will never forget this day. This was definitely 2015, if I'm not mistaken, because this year will make 3 years that it's been. So I guess once it happens like in the December 23rd, mistaken, but it happened right before Christmas Eve, and I was scared as fuck because when I randomly went to make the appointment, they were telling me that, oh, your spine is really curving to the point where you wouldn't even need a brace. Like, you don't need to wear a brace. Like, you really need to just get surgery. So like that's the only option I have. And all the doctors were telling me, oh, you have to wait till like all the appointments are filled in and the doctors done did their surgeries that they have to do, but that's all like after the holidays. So I had to wait till all the way basically towards the summer just to get the surgery done, and I didn't want to do that. I was born in the summer. I was born in August 31st, so I'm really not even trying to go through no surgery or recover, because I don't know how bad this is. I don't know nobody that's ever been through scoliosis, so that surgery is just no joke. And trust me, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Like, this is horrible. So once I went through that, I woke up. Well, all right, let me just start from the beginning because this is hilarious. So I started like bugging out because of the fact that I had to get it. Like, let's just throw that in there, right? Boom. All of a sudden, I decided to do the surgery right before Christmas. So once I did the surgery right before Christmas, it was a wrap. I was already in the hospital. I had to come back that same week, actually. Once I came back, then that's when everything went down. They drugged my ass up, put me to sleep, and it was a wrap. Like, after that, it was over. I was with my dad. My dad is definitely my biggest fan, my best friend, and I'm so grateful that he was by my side. My mom too. They both mean the world to me, that they were there for me through every step, because that day that it happened, it was just horrible. I woke up, I found out I was on the surgery for 6 hours. I couldn't feel my face, like half of my body I couldn't feel anything. I woke up in so much pain. I was crying hysterically. Like, I really, really was crying out of my ass. Like, the pain was just so unbelievable. So I was just crying, begging my parents to like tell the doctors to give me something so I wouldn't feel the pain anymore, because that's how bad it was. But anyways, the recovery to that, it's like, wow. I would have never expected me to heal and recover as fast as I did, but it was a long month of January. I was sad and depressed because, you know, holidays pass, I'm in the hospital, and then I'm in bed rest after. Boy, when I tell you, I literally couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I was in my bed 24 hours, 7 days a week. The entire time, I'm just thinking I can't do anything. I can't get up. It's just like my whole life was on pause. I didn't get to graduate high school on time, like I was supposed to. I kind of just wanted to leave this is when I was living in Staten Island, when all this occurred. So once I did the healing process and I recovered from over there, I had my surgery out here in the Bronx, in the children's hospital. So once I did that, it was hectic to just, you know, recover and stay out here in the Bronx, because I didn't have nowhere to live. I didn't have, like, you know, my own bed. Like, I needed a bed and stuff like that to recover and lay down on. I didn't have no comfortability when I was out here throughout the surgery process, staying in the hospital, because I was born and raised out here, obviously, you guys know, as I said. And at that time I didn't have my own space or my own bed, so I kind of just had to, like, recover and do everything out there and stand out, and it was horrible. So that whole month I was just out there in my mom's house recovering from everything, and it was very, very hard. Like, I'm trying not to cry because it's like, wow, I came a long way. That I can say, I came a long way from that. I'm definitely not the same girl that I used to be. It's changed me a lot in different ways of form. Just knowing that, like, I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't finish school on time, but I still went ahead and did it and made it. It just switched my whole life around. Once I recovered and stuff like that, I really didn't want to go through that or think about that once I was actually healed and I got up from my 2 feet on my own, because you guys wouldn't understand. Like, I couldn't wipe my own ass by myself. My mother had to help me wipe my ass. There were times where I was peeing and taking a shit and I really couldn't feel anything. Like, my mom is telling me, you're peeing, you're shitting. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's telling me that I am. And I can't feel anything because I have all the medicine and all these tubes on me and stuff. And then once I went past that, like, she still had to keep doing that, even when I was recovering in her house, throughout this whole surgery recovery process. And I definitely don't want to wish this on anyone. And that's why every time I'm with somebody, I always tell them to sit up straight. No, like, sit, like, don't play with me type of thing. Like, sit up straight, because bro, I was walking like this. Like, I tilted. I wasn't walking straight. I was just, you know, so that sucks. Like, I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody, to have to go through a whole, like, niggas couldn't even wear a brace. Like, I had to sit here and get surgery done. Like, that was my only option that I had. So all my people out there that had scoliosis surgery, I definitely, we survivors on this one, because complications can happen, shit can go wrong. Doctors don't always know what the fuck they're doing. That's why they have all these shows with doctors and Grey's Anatomy, The Resident, New Amsterdam, New Amsterdam, I'm sorry, New Amsterdam, that's what you say, or Hemisphere. What's that new show, Kiwi? The new hospital show, do you know about it? Kiwi. Well. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. So, it's just crazy how niggas could really fix you up and do what they do to make, you know, you feel better with your body. And I had to get half my spine removed at this point. So my ass got 2 metal plates and 17 screws is going up my back. And that shit is whack. But I like it because I'm straight now, I'm centered, and it was tough, that surgery. It was definitely tough for me. What is it again, your thing to unlock it? Here, aquí. Es aquí, Donita. Yo lo tiene. Oh. Technical difficulties. I want to show you guys the picture, but I forgot. I didn't know the passcode to my uncle's shit. Look. I thought I was playing. This is how it came out too. Can zoom it in. Oh, there we go. That's how it looks. For those curious to know what a scoliosis surgery looks like, this is a perfect example that I want to show you guys. You don't want this. You don't want this. I'm telling you right now, you don't want this. For those that ask like the weirdest questions, like I mean, it's common sense. Like I will want to know these questions myself. People ask me like, how do you even do what you do in the bed? Like, are you sensitive? Like, can you even like do anything as far as exercise, like kickbacks, whatever? I could do anything. It's like it never happened. At this point, just when it rains or when it's cold outside, I feel that shit. Like, wow. Like, that's why I guess I smoke so much the way that I do, because I don't want to feel, any of those pains and squeezes. Who wants to feel that shit? And I never done anything as far as like pills and taking. I just think those medications that they give you, that they describe you with, it don't work for me. That shit does not work for me. Ibuprofen, Percocets, whatever. I just never did it. I never bothered with it. I'd rather just smoke and just ease the pain out, because I could deal with it at this point now. Like, I'm fine with dealing with it. So, yeah, I came a long way with that surgery, and it helped me grow, and it helped me want to like motivate myself to get back into getting my life straight, finishing high school, which I did, and I'm proud of myself. Like, it was just a whole 2 months of not being able to really do anything and move around, and I always needed my mom to help me do something, to help me get dressed, to help me get around, really. Everybody was really worried about my safety. That's all. It's me doing shit by myself after 2 months not being able to do anything by myself. It's a lot. So that surgery was just the most worst experience. Like, I feel like I'm stuttering. I have no words to explain that type of surgery, because that shit is whack. But yeah, you guys, so I could have regular sex. Like, it's perfectly fine. It's not that serious or anything. I could stretch, I could fight, I gives it up. I really don't care. Nothing hurts or bothers me. Like, you could punch the shit out of my back, you can kick my back, you can slam me on the floor, straight on my back, and it will feel good to me. Like, it really doesn't hurt at all. Like, that shit feels good, because I have so much shit on my back that's metal that at this point don't even matter, like, if it hurts or not. Yeah, it's gonna hurt for like a second, but I could take pain, because clearly, yeah, see, I have mad tattoos, so needles and all that shit don't bother me, none of that. Like, it is what it is. So thank God for that. And I think I get that from my mom. She has tattoos for days. Like, her whole back is covered. Like, there's not one slight of skin that you'll see. So I think I get that shit from her. And I definitely, to this day, I thank my mom and my dad for being there, because they're my best friends at this point. As much as like I grew up like hating their guts for like, the things that they did and what they wanted things for me to go. Now I have a big understanding now. I'm over here trying to grow up so fast, and turning 18, I was beasting to move out of my mom's house. Like, me and my mom growing up for me, like, I always had a bad relationship with my mom. So we was always arguing. I was always getting in trouble. It was always something with me. Like, I was always doing some shit. So me being the oldest of 7, I definitely wanted to change my aspect and look at things differently, give myself a more understanding of things. But it worked out for the good, and now I understand a lot. That's why I said in my last video, I do know a lot for my age because of the way I was raised, and my mom was not playing those games, clearly. And that's why I feel like, you know, she did certain things she did for a reason, because at this point I don't have any kids now, and I made it to 22, done graduated high school. I haven't stepped foot into college yet. I'm gonna do that. I'm excited to do it, and I definitely it's been 2 years since I graduated high school. So once I go back into, because life has definitely has its ups and downs, so I definitely can't wait to go back so I could finish off where I started, make my mother proud, because Shorty just got her master's degree. So graduate and what's that shit called? Merriman College? Yeah, Merriman College. She graduated from there. So I want to follow my mom's footsteps and definitely make everybody proud, you know? So I'm pretty excited for what's to come once my hectic life goes back into normal, and I overcome all the shit that I'm going through right now as we speak. But I'm not gonna let that interfere me with doing any of my YouTube videos, because I've been wanting to do this little YouTube shit for the longest now. Been wanting to do this, and I never just had the time to, because something always just happened that I just had to put it on pause. So now I feel like I'm more freely to do things, and I can set time to make a video and shit. So on my next video, my next episode, I'm pretty much gonna just go with the flow now that I'm getting comfortable with doing videos now. And I definitely was told by somebody to make a video like rolling up. They want me to show them how to roll up, so I might just do that in my next video. I'm gonna show you guys how to roll up a blunt, well, the female version of rolling up a blunt, because everybody has their way of rolling, and I don't roll like a nigga, clearly. So I'm gonna definitely do that. And then yeah, you guys could please make sure you guys check me out and with my updates and whatever I decide to do as far as my YouTube channel. I will be talking about that on my Instagram. So obviously I'm gonna have that below this video, so you guys can make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, and then you guys will be up to date with whatever I decide to do and all that good stuff. So now if you guys have any questions or anything you guys want me to talk about in my next video, I'll be more than happy to. I'll be more than happy to. I'll be pleased. And then once I do that, I can go forward with one of my ideas that I wanted to do for this little YouTube thing. I hope you guys really like what I'm gonna stay tuned with you guys on. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in to the Murder She Wrote channel. Did you just fart? This nigga did not just... Wow. Just when I'm about to end my video. Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks.